Benjamin Martin. This is Presence, and welcome to video 32. I have prepared a visual experiment for you this morning that will equate to the topic of the next insight I would like to share with you. And this particular insight is called the supernatural equation. Over the past 40 plus years, I've been studying and writing consciousness expanding material, and Presence revealed this supernatural equation analogy to me during this process. This revelation is not based on any degree of readiness on your part or mine. It's just time now for you to take the supernatural equation into your mindset. Now, in the case of the supernatural equation, I will need your imagination to go through this analogy. Let's say, for instance, that I have this white styrofoam ball here. And I want you to look at it and examine it closely. And I have placed colorful push pins of every kind, the kind that you have on a bulletin board. I want you to look at all of these randomly placed push pins in this styrofoam ball. Some are red, some are black, some are white, some are green, some are yellow, and they're all over the surface of the ball. Now, as you look at these push pins, and as this ball revolves or rotates, I would like for you to tell me which one of these push pins are in the center. I'm going to wait and give you a moment to think about that. They each are in the center. If you said the center, for each of them, you're absolutely correct. In mathematics, an equation is a complex whole. However, all points or components of the equation must be dealt with equally. So in this supernatural equation, all points equal the center. We will have to create a word to describe this configuration, and the word that we will use to describe this configuration is called equiproximic. And since we're feeling creative, let's just create a corresponding formula to configure the supernatural equation that will be A plus B, A plus P equals C. All points equal the center. All points in this equation are equal to in their proximity to the center of the sphere and also to each other. Now let's examine each of these push pins. Each of these push pins is, in fact, a person. You have President Obama, the First Lady, Sasha and Malia. You have everybody that you can think of. There's you, there's me, there's Oprah Winfrey. There's everybody on this particular planet, this ball. Everyone is there. Now, I want you to imagine any one of these individuals taking a line, an imaginary line, and extending it infinitely forward, infinitely rearward, infinitely rightward, infinitely leftward, infinitely upward, and infinitely downward. What that individual would discover is these lines would travel endlessly out into the cosmos ad infinitum without any end in sight. So we've come to two components of the supernatural equation. Number one, all points equal the center. So no matter where you are on planet Earth, geographically, idealistically, mentally, spiritually, or physically, you are in the center of planet Earth. The second postulation is if, in fact, These imaginary lines would run outward from you ad infinitum into the limitless expanse of the cosmos. That doesn't only mean that you are in the center of planet Earth. That also means that you are in the center of the universe. Only God could create an equation where all of the points are absolutely equal. Every single individual aspect of itself is central to the cosmos. Now, what does this in fact mean? The supernatural equation is only one that could be a mathematical configuration from God. And how is this relevant? This simply means that you, yes you, no matter where you are consciously or geographically, God, presence, has placed you in the center of planet Earth. And He's also placed you in the center of the universe. And He has also placed you in the center of the cosmos. This postulation says that presence constructed this entire universe, the entire omniverse, and placed you, wherever you are, in its absolute center. So the next time someone asks you if you think that the world revolves around you, you would tell them, no, I don't think the world revolves around me. I know that it does. Despite the mathematical nature of my analogy, I want to shed some light for you on the matter of exactly how important you are. This is by no means some feel-good attempt to play on your emotions. This is an exact, logical, mathematical, and accurate assessment of your relationship to presence and presence's relationship to you. By residing in the center of all existence, this means that no one has ever been, no one is now, and no one will ever be any closer to God, to presence, than to you are right now. You are the living presence, and you are the perfect will of presence. And all that is necessary is for your conscious recognition, acceptance, and acknowledgement of this most intimate and most powerful of all relationships and of all realities. All points must, by law of the supernatural equation, equal the center. You are at the center. Presence is at the center. Presence is in you. You are in presence. You and God are one. I want you to go to criticalmass2020.com. Sometimes you have to put the entire URL in for some reason, which would be http://www.criticalmass2020.com. I want you to go there and order the book Presence. It's available to you immediately. It's $9.95. These classes have begun, and the reason for these classes are to share light, love, energy, teach you how to transmit your vital energy into the particles that surround you in order that you might be able to create the existence that was intended. The only way that you do not live in direct conjunction with the plan of presence for your life is because you are in disharmony with this purpose. So you simply have to align yourself with the purpose, and I have mentioned to you all along the way that this is done, we have to immediately or initially start to get our own individual channels cleared. You can't harbor hatred, you can't harbor anger, you can't harbor animosity, you can't harbor guilt, you can't harbor resentment. You have to allow unconditional love to emanate from your core. I love you with all of my heart. This is Benjamin Martin, and I will see you on video 33.